This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. We've got some rock stars in Congress. We meaning the Democratic Party. It doesn't seem to be the other way on the other side because the Republican Party has rooted out those with any talent or ability or adherence to the rule of law or respect for American democracy. People like Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger and a few others. But in the Democratic Party, there's absolutely some professionals, some stalwart Americans who actually care about getting to the truth, or at least not distracting from the real work of those in Congress. Ted Lieu was one of these people. There's a few others. I'm not going to go through a list. But Ted Lieu today, during the hearing that is FBI oversight, quote unquote, did something that more members of Congress, I tighten my watch down here, more members of Congress need to do. And that is ask pointed questions, cutting through all of the nonsense, clickbait moments that are created by these clout chasers like Matt Gaetz and others. And what you do is you let the facts speak for themselves. There was a brilliant moment just a few moments ago by Ted Lieu asking Trump-appointed FBI Director Chris Wray questions about, well, they go to extricate the Democrats from any culpability, or the FBI from any culpability related to bias. Like there's some war against conservatives and Republicans being waged by the FBI and the DOJ. And rather than ask a series of inane questions that don't really get to the truth, Ted Lieu did something brilliant where he just asked, was this person prosecuted by the DOJ? Yes. Who appointed the attorney general who prosecuted that case? And down the line. Anyway, I'm going to play it for you. It's great, and more members of Congress need to do this type of thing. Watch this.
Trump advisor Roger Stone was convicted in a federal court, correct?
That's my recollection.
Trump donor Elliot Brady was convicted in a federal court, correct?
Also my recollection.
The Attorney General at the time for those two convictions was Bill Barr. Which president nominated Bill Barr for Attorney General?
President Trump.
Trump's former lawyer Michael Cohen was convicted on two separate occasions in a federal court, correct?
I believe that's correct.
The Attorney General at the time for Cohen's second conviction was Matthew Whitaker. Which president appointed Matthew Whitaker as acting Attorney General?
President Trump.
Okay. Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, was convicted in a federal court, correct?
Yes.
Trump's former deputy campaign manager, Mr. Gaetz, was convicted in a federal court, correct?
That's my recollection.
Trump's campaign foreign policy advisor, George Papadopoulos, was convicted in a federal court, correct?
Yes, I think he pled guilty, yes.
The Attorney General at the time of those three cases was Jeff Sessions. Which president nominated Jeff Sessions for Attorney General?
President Trump.
You were the FBI director for all of those cases at the time. Which president nominated you?
President Trump.
Okay. What these facts show is we don't have a two-tiered system of justice. We have one Department of Justice that goes after criminals regardless of party ideology. All of these folks were convicted under the administrations of three separate Republican attorneys general. It is not the fault of the FBI that Donald Trump surrounded himself with criminals. Donald Trump brought that upon himself. Thank you to the FBI for exposing the cesspool of corruption of these Trump associates.
It's not the fault of the FBI that Donald Trump surrounded himself with criminals. I would add that it's not the fault of the FBI that Donald Trump, a criminal himself, surrounded himself with like-minded individuals who were criminals. But this is a straight line being drawn between Donald Trump and the criminals with whom he surrounded, through to the attorneys general he appointed who oversaw those convictions, and then back to himself. And it's a straight line also between this propaganda nonsense, this distraction, this investigation that's constantly being run by Republicans of Christopher Wray, a guy who was appointed by, a guy who used to be praised by Republicans because he was appointed by a Republican, their guy, Donald Trump. It's a straight line here. And anybody who's paying attention, who's not in the machine of disinformation, is going to see that this is just laying bare Republican motivations. This is laying bare the absolute strategy of Republicans to try to get on Fox News, to try to create a moment for Newsmax and OAN if they're still a thing. More Democrats need to think strategically about when they're in that room. If you need to huddle with people like Eric Swalwell and Adam Schiff and Ted Lieu, do so. You owe it to the American people to out Republicans and their propaganda machine. You owe it to the American people to show the truth. And this was a shining, bright moment of showing that truth. It wasn't grandstanding. It wasn't making an open statement and not having any questions. It was questioning. And the facts aren't friendly to the Republican narrative. They are not friendly to the Republican narrative. Anyway, I'd love to know, did you watch this? What do you think? Leave a comment below after you've liked the video and subscribed to the channel. Leave a comment below. Let's talk about this in the comments. If you have something further to say, you can leave me a brief voicemail at 714-576-4054. And of course, you can always email me absolutely daily at dollemore.com. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for engaging with my content. If you appreciate me, if I bring you value on a day-to-day basis and you want to help support and produce what I do here, click the join button below, become a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month, or go click on the super thanks button, or go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. A lot of people say, $2 a month is nothing. It's not going to help. But if I'm able to marshal the size of my growing audience and like 2% or 1% even were to give $1.99 a month, we could fundamentally change this operation, and the reach and the width and the breadth of the people that we reach, to reuse the term, would be fantastic. Follow me on social media. I'd love to see you there. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. And I'm going to see you next time. I hope. Maybe you'll see me next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.